Howdy y'all, this Fuzzy Biker. Welcome to Ride of the Week. Today we are at Lake Anita State Park. That looks like a brand new sign. This is in Cass County, Iowa, in west central Iowa. Just outside of Anita, Iowa, just east of Atlantic, Iowa, south of Interstate 80. It's one of my favorite lakes. I've been coming here for, well, since about 1976. Some ducks down there. I did a lot of improvements to this in the last few years. Well, they're always improving on it. We'll go that way next, but this is the camping area. I think they have about 170 campsites. I believe it's a 180-acre lake. This is one of 2 boat ramps, I believe. We'll see if we can verify that. The lake is a kind of a C shape. I'll put a picture of it on here somewhere. There's about, the internet says there's about 4 miles of walking trail here, and I think there's 4 miles of trail. See, there's a trail right there. That goes into town, Lake Anita. Pretty neat little campground, huh? It looks like modern shower houses, handicap accessible. Beautiful, man, beautiful. Let's go the long way. Wahoo! Look at all this brush. Okay, this is kind of a good overview of the lake here. So to the left, that's where we came in. It comes over this way. That's the dam over yonder. And then that's another fork over there. And that kind of forks off into 2 things over there. And like I said, I'll try to put a picture of a map of this here, right here somewhere. There's really a lot going on the other side of the lake. We'll go check that out here in a second. Beautiful day for a ride. Beautiful day for a ride. I've come through here before and seen 30-40 deer right through this area. Wouldn't you love to have this in your backyard? That's the direction we came in from over yonder. Ranger's house right there. Isn't that neat? Kind of a little headwater right there. Beautiful, beautiful. I've come down here too and seen deer actually in the water. They come into the edge and they eat the moss. Lovely. What a great day for a ride. Life is good when you can get on a motorcycle and enjoy the trails. See right here, nature trails it says. The bicycle trail comes out here, joins the road right here for a bit. There's a little parking spot there. It's a little silt pond there. This is a lake on our right. Anyway, you cross this little spot here. Isn't that pretty? And then the bicycle trail picks back up right over here on the right. I was walking this one day, and up through here I spotted a hawk of some sort flying through the inside of a tree along the trunk up and down, chasing a squirrel. I was just absolutely amazed. And I had my GoPro on me. I turned it on, but of course it didn't pick up. It was too far away. But just an amazing thing to see. I'd never seen that before. The squirrel got away, by the way. What a beautiful park. Lake Anita State Park. Here's more of that bicycle trail again. So this is another one of the fingers. Remember I said there was 2 fingers up on this side. Bicycle trail comes out here. See, that's hard surface. Crosses this area. Again, another silt pond on our left. Look at the geese out there. Geese and ducks. The beach is over yonder on the right. And then the bicycle trail picks up again. Here's a parking spot so you can park to do your bicycle thing. And the bicycle trail picks up again right there. Beautiful. This motorcycle is made for this. This motorcycle is made for everything. Everything but interstate. You know what? I want to talk about that. Let's get to the end of the lake, and then maybe on the way back I want to talk about a little bit about the motorcycle itself. What we're on today is my Royal Enfield Himalayan. It's a 411cc single cylinder. Puts out about 24 horsepower, and I want to talk about that horsepower because that's an important number when it comes to this bike. Everybody wants to know about the horsepower, and ironically it's one of the least important parts of this motorcycle. When you look at this bike, That's the first thing everybody wants to know about, and it's really one of the last things you should worry about because it's got plenty of power. But anyway, look at that view. Look at that shelter down there. Isn't that neat? Just gorgeous. Just gorgeous. Wahoo! I love it. That's the lake over there to the right. Nobody behind us. And over to the left, that's farmland, Iowa, beautiful Iowa farmland. If you're from around these parts, that's very emotional. You feel connected to it. Now there's the bicycle trail on the right again. It comes into this area here and then it crosses the dam. That's the dam over yonder. Right ahead of us. That's the dam, and here, we'll run down there a minute. That's a little bathroom building right there. So we came in from way over yonder. We drove through that campground area over yonder, over there. There's a guy walking his dog over there. Well, you guys won't be able to see that. This is the dam. We drove over that way, around over the lake. So the lake comes up this way, goes over that way, and then it fingers off in two directions over there. And we saw all that. The beach is directly across over here. Here, we'll get over here and face it. I know you can see that green and white building over there. That's the parking lot of the beach. The beach is down below that. Look, there's whitecaps on the water today. Just a little bit. Isn't this just pretty? The town of Anita is over yonder. You can maybe make out the water tower over there. Some windmills. What a beautiful day to be out here. Oh, and I was going to sit at home and watch TV. Can you imagine that? This trail is one of the best walking trails, riding bicycle trails too, as far as that goes. It's just a beautiful thing. This is one of the most, it's just a gorgeous park, my friends. You get a chance to get out here, do it. I've seen a lot of great wildlife out here. It's in a rural part of rural Iowa. How's that sound? A rural part of rural Iowa. You know, the rural of the rural. Alrighty, let's keep rolling. Head back the way we came. Talk a little bit about this motorcycle. Everybody wants to talk about power when it comes to motorcycle. Power, including me. When this bike came out, I loved the way it looked. I liked a lot of what I'd heard about it, but I wouldn't ride it, or I didn't think it was that big of a deal because it only had 24 horsepower. What good could it possibly be, right? At least that's how I thought. That's how a lot of people think, and that's very unfortunate. The dealership got me to ride one, and I liked it. I did about 5 miles one day. The next day I came back and did 10 more miles. It was all right. Nothing stellar. I came back the next day to ride a different motorcycle, and they rolled a bike like the Himalayan, not this one, but another one out. Had a bunch of miles on it. And they said, take that and go out and put as many miles on it as you want. 200-300 miles if you want. I ended up putting 180 miles on it. And I will tell you that I just fell in love with that bike. Now, I've owned a lot of motorcycles in my life, dozens of them. And I've had very, very powerful bikes. I've had dirt bikes. I've had, real fire-breathing demon motorcycles. And they've all been a lot of fun. But I'll tell you, this one is the most fun I've ever had on a motorcycle. It's just, oh, look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? Wow. Check that out, guys. Life is good. Life is good. I love it. I love it. Wow. Does it get any better than this? You can see the bicycle trail over yonder. You can see the two, the split of the two fingers of the lake going this way and that way. The beach is over there. There's that green building over there. Maybe you can see that. The second boat ramp is over yonder. Yeah, right over there somewhere on the other side. So there is 2 boat ramps. I thought there were. It was. Yeah, 180 acre lake, 2 boat ramps, about 170, 180 camping spots. 4 miles of, must be 4 miles of hard surface trail. And then a whole bunch of grass trails and nature trail kind of things, and it's just one of the greatest. And by the way, lots of little fishing jetties and things like that, and a lot of things like that are hard to see from this motorcycle. And just loads of timber, loads of just. I'm really amazed we haven't seen anything yet, honestly, because I always see something out here, it seems. So anyway, I rode the bike 180 miles and just fell in love with it. And what did it? Well, I I took the bike from the dealership. I got on the interstate. It had miles on it. I got on the interstate, got it up to 88 miles an hour on the speedometer. Had my GPS in my pocket. Said it was going 100. It said it was going 85 miles an hour. So I was amazed that it would go that fast, for one thing. But that's not its high point. That's actually its weakest point. Its weakest point is speed. If you want to go fast, do not get a Himalayan. It's only got 24 horsepower. So I got out there in the Loess Hills area, and I got myself on some gravel. And I grew up on gravel. I rode a lot of gravel as a kid, and I just fell in love with the whole motorcycle. I mean, it performed. It's got a 58-inch wheelbase. It's incredibly stable. It's got that beautiful 21-inch front tire, and the motor with that magical 24 horsepower has just about 24 foot-pounds of torque as well. Maybe it has more than that, or right around. And it's all comes in very low, you know, so the motor has plenty of torque all the time. And hey, see the geese out there? Well, anyway, so it had loads of torque from inside. The very easy to use clutch, very stable motorcycle. It loves the gravel. If you were to design a motorcycle for Iowa gravel and dirt, this is what you'd come up with. This is exactly what you'd come up with. And as far as speed goes, let's see what we got here. Hey, that's a bald eagle that had it. Oh, you guys won't be able to make it out, but there's a bald eagle over yonder. That's probably why that car is stopped there. You're looking at it. If you were to design a motorcycle for Iowa gravel, dirt and gravel roads, this is exactly what you'd come up with. And the amount of power that it has means that it's you know, it's just about right. You know, Iowa gravel, you really don't want to go more than 70, 75, and this bike will do that all day long. And ironically, and I said this in one of my other videos or a couple of other videos, I probably drive this thing faster on gravel than I do on pavement because my bad. You know, there's no policing to worry about, or less of it out there. But anyway, so it's a great bike in that sense. It is low powered. It's not quick. It's got enough power to do the job, but it's not fast. If you're right, you know, if you want to buy one of these to go fast, you're out of luck. It's very stable, which is also another way to say that its handling is kind of slow, sluggish almost. Not sluggish, but slow. But that also means that it's predictable, and it's, you know, you're able to. I love riding this on mud roads, and when you get on mud, you do a lot of this thing. You know, you're kind of balancing on it. It's like riding a motorcycle on a greased up ball. You just kind of balance yourself, and this bike does that very well because it's so stable. You know. As a matter of fact, when I start doing that, I start having fun, and I actually get myself off those roads because I know, you know, you can't win at that game forever, not at my age anyway. So anyway, very, very, very good power. Very good power. So does it need more power? Well, I've never owned a motorcycle that couldn't benefit from another 5 or 10 horsepower. Ask anybody, they'll tell you, sure, I'll take another, you know, more power. So yeah, I could use more power. What are the ways to do that? There's a couple ways. One is a DNA filter and a new exhaust pipe. That's fine. I ride a lot of gravel. I don't want to put a filter that lets in more air because that might let in more dirt. I don't want a different exhaust pipe because I don't want the motor to be loud. I love a good sounding motorcycle. I love a good sounding pipe. But there's more of that deer trail stuff right there. Can you see that? But I don't want to, you know, I don't want to sit in a motorcycle for 8 hours and have to listen to it. So I like a bike that's not, you know, screaming in my ear. Isn't this gorgeous? Just gorgeous. I'm really amazed that we're not seeing any deer because it's one of the traits of this park. There's always, you almost always see deer. So anyways, if I don't do that, what are the other options? Well, there's the Tech Cam option, and I've ridden a couple motorcycles with that. And that's it's a $200 or $300 item. If you're mechanical at all, you can put it in with ease. I've had a friend of mine, doctor actually, he's not mechanical, or at least he claimed he wasn't, and he bought the cam and put it in, and he said he did it in 2 or 3 hours all by himself. He was very proud of himself and did very well. And so it's something that can go in easily, and it's supposed to give an extra 20%, an extra 5 horsepower. I don't know if it does or not. One of the things about a cam, doing just a cam, is you're not increasing compression, you're not increasing cylinder volume. You are increasing the mixture, hopefully, in the cylinder, but by not increasing compression or not increasing displacement, you're not really increasing much pressure on the bottom of the engine, on the bottom end. I suppose you are a little bit, but not like you would if you increase compression or other things. Hey, look at that. That's funny. That was cool. Did you guys see that? I wonder how fast he was going. Neat. Well, anyway, so it's almost kind of a safe way to gain power. You know, it put a little more stress on the bike, but not much. The bikes I've rode with those cams, what I found is, so one of the benefits of this bike is it has a very controllable range of power because it is such a low power bike. You know, you don't need electronics to control it. What I found with a cam is it actually increased that power range, the controllability. It seemed like it made the throttle wider, you had less, it was less anemic of a motorcycle, more powerful. So would I get a cam? I'm thinking about it. One of the reasons I haven't done it yet, one is my bike is still on warranty and I don't want to change that. Two is I don't know that I need it. Now I'd like it, of course. We all would like, you know, like I said earlier, everybody wants 5 more horsepower, right? So, you know, I might have one coming. I'm up in the air on it. How's that sound? I'm up in the air on it. If I do a cam, would I do a filter and a pipe at the same time? And that would be a logical thing to do, wouldn't it? You know, if you're going to increase the power, do it all at once. Instead of spending, you know, $300, go ahead and spend a couple $100 more and get the whole package, right? Makes sense to me. Probably not. Why? I don't want more dirt in my engine from an air filter that lets more air in, and I want more power in the mid-range, and I don't think an air filter would help the mid-range as much. I think it'd help the top and the wide open, you know, but I think the mid-range would be fine. And then I don't want the loudness of a pipe. Now if my pipe starts wearing out, I'm kicking it back here like you can see it, but you can't. If my exhaust pipe starts wearing out and I need a new one, yeah, I'd do it then, I believe. I think I would put one of those, and I'd lose, you gain, you get a little weight savings gain, you gain a little horsepower, and I assume you'd gain a little horsepower. So would it be worth it in that sense? Probably at that, you know. So if I got the cam, would I get the cam? I'm on the fence about it. I don't think I need it, but I'd like to have 5 more horsepower. Of course I would. You know, I'd like to have more range of power. If I got that, would I do the pipe and the air filter? I don't think I would. I think I would just get the cam and be happy with it. I think if you ride your motorcycle 5,000 miles a year, yeah, get the air filter and the pipe. Why not? But I ride mine a little bit more than that, and this is the other boat ramp down here, and I just don't want to mess with that. That's some of those jetties I was talking about, fishing jetties. I think there's a boat ramp down here. Maybe I'm in the wrong spot. Yeah, there it is, boat ramp. Motor boats shall not exceed 5 miles per hour. No parking anytime. Look at that boat ramp. Wahoo. Hey, let's get a picture, huh? What do you think of that? What would be a good shot? We don't have any sun right now. Let's try it right here. Try to get a little bit of lake in the background. The Hot Rod Himalayan. Oh, look at that cloud. Isn't that cool? Can you all see that? I like it. Let's try it like this. Wow, that is dramatic. How dramatic is that? Let's see. How far are we into our ride? I think I'm only about 30 some miles from home, so I got another 100 miles to go. And what I think I'm going to do, my friends, is turn off this camera, go enjoy the rest of this beautiful park, and go see what else I can find on the road. Hey, if it's great out there where you're at, get on your motorcycles and ride. Wahoo!